Here's chapter 10, six-pack. Prue and I have been messaging Echo. We're not using the group chat. We've got a side quest. Echo's starting to edge out a confession on something. It seems she likes Unit just as much as Unit likes her. So like proper nosy gal pals. Prue and I are telling her she needs to make a special effort tomorrow. She's talking about dressing up nice. We're talking up outfits for all three of us, so she won't feel out of place if she bottles it. Somehow this is my life now. The conversation is flirting around the idea she might finally give Unit a kiss or something. Prue and I both know it'll be monumental for him. This is by far the most standard, most regular girly teenage conversation we've had in ages. You might as well stick ribbons in our hair and slap a boy band on the stereo. We are such a cliché. The dickheads are bubbling away in the background of the group chat. There's a teen nerd conversation unfolding. Monk's vinyl shopping, Unit's asking him questions, Twink's not up yet, standard Saturday stuff. We're all avoiding how we spent the totality of yesterday obsessing over the idea that someone or something was trying to kill us with heavy metal music. A respite in the weekend. Who knew being the Scooby-Doo gang in a Norwegian forest is weekday-only thing? Just like with a regular job, we get weekends off. Prue plans a meet-up at my house. Echo, Prue and I will hang out before we head to the barbecue. Sunday morning, brushing our hair, swapping tips, doing all that shit. So when we get to Unit's house, he has to notice a difference. A special effort for our birthday boy. I even suggested a little shopping trip into the precinct to pick up some new bits and pieces. I suggested it. Me. What the fuck is wrong with me? Thank God that was no dice. We all talked each other out of it. We knew we had everything we needed. It was a relief, honestly. It meant I could spend the day at home messaging on my little black rectangle and just be around Mum. It was kind of nice. When Twink's little bubble of dots finally surfaced in the afternoon, we had to reroute the tone a bit. Immediately, the snark snuck in and started asking about vegan options at the barbecue while throwing shade on how that might go. Prue and I were both messaging Twink individually. Don't mess this up. Echo and Unit might become a thing tomorrow. Play it cool. I'll bring you some hula hoops. You'll be fine. I think they felt like they got tag-teamed. Back in the group chat, Twink piped down, made some encouraging noises, smoothed things over. Unit barely seemed to notice. So soon enough, it's Sunday morning. Prue, Echo, and somehow Twink too are all in my bedroom as we get ready to go to this barbecue. I hardly ever wear makeup, not like this anyway. But Echo thought it'd be fun to do prismatic eyes, her signature sharp wings for Prue and me. Twink is buzzing, pacing the room like we're on some low-rent makeover show. Except they think they're the host. Echo looks incredible, like really incredible. She's got on this silky black dress with a thigh split, tights underneath, and her massive goth boots, polished to perfection. Her leather jacket creaks when she moves, and her arms are stacked with bangles. It's the first time I've seen her out of jeans and a black t-shirt. She scrubs up frighteningly well. Prue and I are fussing over her like proud mums. Mama Prue, of course, looks like herself, but levelled up. A crushed blood-red velvet situation, layered with scarves and silver tights, confident without trying, effortless. My heart does its usual blood rush routine and skips a beat when she isn't looking my way. Me, on the other hand, I'm having a nightmare. No black leather jacket, no denim, no armour, just a skirt and tights and a baggy top that feels too clingy and too loose at the same frickin' time. My makeup's Echo approved. My hair's all prued up. I look wrong. I feel like a potato with eyeliner. Twink is no help. They're rifling through my wardrobe like they're a customs officer searching for contraband. 90% of your wardrobe is banned t-shirts, Twink mutters with disdain, flicking hangers like they're about to press charges. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. They're all black with venues on the back. You buy your entire wardrobe from EMP? They toss them onto the bed with a groan. You've got 4 black tops and 3 of them look like you lost a fight with a crusty girl running a stall at a festival. I flip Twink off, but they're already adding a top onto the bed I don't own. I'm taking matters into my own hands. If you knot it here, show a bit of tragic midriff. Serve Newtown regret filtered through unfiltered coffee and cigarettes. Tom Waits might write a song about you. I take Twink's donation and hold it up to my chest. They're not joking. And that's the terrifying part. Still, I can't be mad. Twink's in their element. And honestly, it's kind of infectious. This weird burst of group energy, solidarity, the four of us plotting to drop in on unit like we're staging an emotional intervention. It's a high point. This is wild, they mutter, grinning. If I'd known agreeing to this barbecue meant getting doled up by my favourite emos, I'd never have moaned about the risk of being served grilled sausage and burnt breasts in a bap. I watch them tilt their chin, eyes closed, trusting Echo completely. They look good. They look ready. And for a second I think to myself, they're better at this stuff than I am. But maybe that's not even the point. Right, Twink says, opening one eye as Echo steps back. Moment of truth. Side by side, we all look in the mirror. Okay, we might be serving. Twink tilts the mirror back. You're fully serving, Echo says, almost shy. Twink smirks, strikes a pose. If I'm serving, you're dishing out awards to the Countingdon underprivileged netball team. Twink enunciates it slowly, eyes glinting with chaos. Countingdon, underprivileged. Netball! We lose it. Echo giggles like a cartoon bunny rabbit. I realise how rarely I hear her laugh. I slay hard enough to bring Jeff Hanneman back from the grave, Twink adds, checking their reflection again and fluffing their fringe. Tell me I'm wrong. Prue licks her fingertip and wipes something off Twink's ear. You're not wrong, Prue says. You're just exhausting. Twink shrugs. It's hard to up your game when your default mode is ah! Anyway, I want Unit's mum to respect my look. That woman's seen some shit. She probably has a whip collection. She's a florist, I say. Twink doesn't even acknowledge. Exactly. I look bemused, failing to see a connection. Prue snorts. Echo's laughing. And me? I'm smiling. Genuinely smiling. Even if I still feel like I'm playing dress up with someone else's body. Twink turns to Echo, wagging a brush like a microphone. But real talk, have you actually considered the fact that you might be this poor boy's first kiss? Echo's face flames. I didn't say I was definitely going to kiss him. Twink shrugs. I'm just saying. First impressions matter, especially if it's, the one he's going to bank forever. Prue swats their arm. You're insufferable. And there's that Twink wink. I'm realistic. The doorbell goes. There is a boy here, Mum calls up the stairs. We all scream laugh. That's Monk, Mum! I shout back and Prue's nearly crying. After a minute or two of piss-taking, making Mum blush, making Simon hop from foot to foot, general giddiness, actual teenage giddiness. And we're ready. Even still, there's something kind of lovely about the five of us walking the short distance to Unit's place, looking like we're going to the Met Gala, or at least Twink and Monk's civil ceremony. We all fuss around Monk in the street and he doesn't even blink. He's used to us saying stuff that would make most boys blush. Monk's too obsessed with vinyl pressings and B-sides to notice flirting of any kind. Animal, vegetable, or mineral. I note how cute he looked, getting awkward in front of my mum, when he protects such cool calm with us. Twink's joking, he's into mums. Monk's not taking the bait. Come on, freaks, announces Prue, taking control of the situation. Let's take this young boy into the city to see a marching band, shall we? Echo catches me looking and gives a shy, conspiratorial smile. Her bangles jangle like punctuation. Prue walks slightly ahead, shoulders square, like she's leading a parade she didn't mean to start. Twink bounces along beside Monk, a walking fireworks display. Monk talks about a split 7-inch he found out record shopping, and Twink nods along like it's the most fascinating thing they've ever heard. We're all grinning as we head down the street. Boots and trainers clacking in mismatched rhythm. There's this rare, fizzy sort of energy between us. Not quite joy, not quite nerves. Like something's about to happen and for once it might not be terrible. It's stupid, giddy teenage noise, and for once I let myself fall into it. We're ridiculous and overdressed and trying way too hard, and it feels incredible. We step out in the Sunday air like we own the street. Twink flips open a parasol, completely unnecessary. Completely perfect. Echo's dress catches the light with every step, shimmering like she's gliding on invisible wheels. Prue's scarf trails behind her like she's riding into battle. And Monk? He follows a step behind us, hoodie up, head high like our loyal roadie or silent bodyguard. We look like a band. I glance at Prue. At Echo. They must feel 10 feet tall. I think we all do. This isn't just a walk, it's an arrival. As a group, we look incredible. We're incredible. I'm part of it. We're laughing too loud. Prue's just said something that made Echo snort, proper snort, and Twink does a dramatic curtsy like they've just been knighted by chaos. I catch my reflection in the tinted side window of a van and freeze. I almost don't recognise myself, still me, but shinier, looser, like someone peeled off a layer of armour and underneath there's this. A version of me that maybe isn't hiding. A car honks and Twink blows it a kiss without missing a beat. Monk flicks the V's, deadpan, keeps walking. I wish we could bottle this moment, this buzz, that golden hour pre-party glow before reality snaps the shutter closed. It's not about the barbecue. It's about Unit and Echo and the fact that, miracle of miracles, the six of us are all still here just this once. We look exactly how we feel, bright, loud, united. I want to remember this, all of it. The way Prue's hair glows in the sun, the spin of Twink's parasol, the silence in me that isn't fear. We're brilliant, we're cocky, we're together, we're still laughing as we round the corner onto Unit Street, still glowing. Act 3! This isn't the nicest bit of Countingdon. It's the part where front gardens are gravel pits or rotting fences. A car on bricks sits 2 doors down. That's a sign. I'm right. Car on bricks. That's the signifier. Wrong side of town. I remind myself I'm closer to Unit's home than anybody else in the pack. Me and Unit. The poorest of the freaks, both from broken homes. Venn diagrams. Unit's place has flaked paint on the horizontal slats that make up the garden fence, a front door that's been knocked open hard way too often, and windows that haven't seen a wipe since lockdown. We each survey the state of his house. No lights are on inside. No motorbike in the spot where the gravel is pushed aside for it to usually rest. The big heavy chain in its plastic sleeve is bolted to the porch post, laying on the floor. This place doesn't look like it's about to host a birthday party. No balloons tied to the gate. The front garden's empty. Monk checks his watch like he's missed something. We're not early, he says, frowning. We're bang on. Prue's reapplying Echo's lip gloss. I'm brushing fluff off her jacket like it matters. Echo looks stunning but nervous, the sort of nervous that makes her look all expectant and delicate. Twink's gone quiet, they're scanning the street. It doesn't look like anything is about to start, it barely looks lived in. Monk knocks again, firmer. 2 short raps and a long one, still nothing. Twink's already moving off the paving stones and over the gravel. They push at the side gate and it creaks open. Oi! Maybe they're all round the back. Getting the sausage action going, Twink calls, waggling their eyebrows and kicking a leg back like they're in a chorus line. We giggle, but it's thinner now, hollow at the edges. Another pause, still no answer. Monk turns to us. All right, let's check the back, he says, low and steady. He nods and we follow. The garden is dead quiet. No barbecue, no chairs, no music, no people. Just brittle grass and a few broken motorbikes in bits listing to one side. Monk steps to the back door, tries the handle. It opens. Echo freezes. This isn't right, Monk, she murmurs. The mood collapses like a birthday cake under a combat boot. One by one, we step inside. The kitchen's still, lived in, but not like a party's coming, not like anything's coming. Then I detect a noise. Holding my hands, I shush every dunk. Clue dunk, dunk, clue dunk. A sound from upstairs. Repetitive, mechanical. We freeze. Monk's eyes flick upwards. Clue dunk, clue dunk, clue dunk. Sounds like a record deck stuck on a groove, he says. I swallow. My heart's beating in my ears. Echo whispers, when the music's over. I take the first step, then another. I don't know why it has to be me. It just is. The stairs creak like they're protesting. It'd be impossible to creep up on anyone in this place. The sound gets louder the closer I get. Clue dunk, clue dunk, clue dunk. The door to Unit's room is fully closed. I push it gently, and I'm hit. Not by a smell, not yet, by balloons, dozens of them. A soft tap of stretched rubber, almost light as air. Billowing around me, black and gold helium balloons come drifting out in droves. They're brushing against my face, rustling around my legs. Not what I was expecting at all. I waft a bunch of them away, stepping into the room. Wading through, what is this? A surprise? A joke? Has the party gone wrong? The clunking gets louder. Through blurs of black and gold, I see the deck still spinning, needle long gone to the centre, volume all the way up, the record's been over for ages. Then I see the bed. There he is. There's Unit, slumped back, eyes wide open, unblinking, unbreathing. He's staring at his ceiling, his mouth is open and his lips are contorted and blue. There's an immensely tall helium canister next to him, the small rubber hose on the nozzle still hissing. I can't speak. My chest hurts. I feel my girls, Twinks behind me. Then Prue. I try to shout, but what comes out is not the I expect to hear when I said it. I've got a chipmunk voice. It's absurd. Then everything goes black. I go down with a thud. When I come around, I'm on the landing, gasping for air like I've been underwater yet bone dry, parched even. Prue's slapping my face with tears in her eyes. Twink's full on crying. Everything's still wrong. Everyone's voices are high-pitched, like we're trapped in some cursed cartoon. Monk's moving around us fast. He's throwing windows open, making sure the gas is turned off. When everything is handled, he looks for the next task. He's not panicking. He's calm, efficient. Echo is standing in the bedroom. She stares at Unit. Her heart breaks almost audibly through a long, low moan. She looks like she may swoon, but then she turns, bumping into the record deck. There's a pile of records stacked on the speaker nearest the bed. Huskadoo, 8 miles high, makes no sense at all. Iron Maiden, 7th son of a 7th son and a 3rd one. She makes a huge, sobbing no sound. She's holding the sleeve of the record that's on the turntable. It's a single by Black Flag, the last track the record player played. The last song Unit ever heard? Black Flag, 6-pack. I can't fathom what I've just seen. This filthy fucking house is too quiet, considering what just happened in it. We're back on the landing. Every one of us pale and shaking. No one saying anything useful. We're just trying to back out of the whole reality. Breathing hard. Like we've all run 5 miles underwater. Monk's the one who does it. He takes his hoodie sleeve, wipes his nose and pulls out his phone. I've got to call this in. No one argues. Monk walks to the hallway away from Unit's room. Balloons bobble about him in his wake. His voice is steady but low. Yes, it's an emergency. There's a dead body, a boy, my friend, at his home, Liam Carter, 234 New Kent Road Estate. He stops himself. We're not sure what happened. There's gas. Please just send ambulance, police, quickly. He gives the address again. He doesn't look back. He's doing the routine questions. Yes, no, long time, just us, his friends. Echo's still clutching the record sleeve. Prue's got a hand on her back. Twink is pacing, muttering something that sounds like 666 on a loop. I'm just trying not to throw up. From outside we hear an engine sound growing closer and closer. Vroom! The roar of a motorbike slices through the quiet. We freeze. The loud gravel crunch tells us about the motorbike that just swung into the garden. The engine cuts out, heavy footsteps doing their best Foley crunch. Then the front door swings open. It's massive. Unit's dad, big in every sense. Height, width, presence. He calls out Liam before fixing his eyes on Prue and I. Hello? What are you doing in my house? He sees Twink, Echo and Monk on the stairs and his eyes go wide. The tears register. What's happened? We try to explain all at once and none of it comes out right. We thought there was a barbecue. We found him. We didn't. Where's Liam? Where's my son? No one answers. Massive pushes past Monk, heads upstairs. Echo whimpers. Prue grabs her hand. I just stand there thinking about how this end of town never sees anything good last for long. Upstairs, we hear him bellow. No! It sounds like he's trying to pick Liam up. I'm terrified what will happen when he comes back down. What will happen from here on out? Hold that thought. There's 2 seconds of silence. Then sirens. Wailing in the distance, growing louder. Then a police car skids into the street. The nice police lady, Lizzie, is out of the car before it's fully stopped moving. She's in uniform, hair tied back, calm but quick. She takes one look at us and switches gears. Right, who called it in? You? It's okay. Anyone else hurt? Anyone else upstairs? Massive's footsteps are thunder above us. He's shouting now, not words, just fury and heartbreak blended into one awful animal sound. Lizzie doesn't flinch. Sit down, all of you. In the living room, now. We obey, because we don't know what else to do. She kneels in front of Twink, who's still openly sobbing. What's your name, love? You're safe. It's all right. Just breathe for me. Twink puts both arms around Lizzie, and in a deft sleight of hand, the copper passes the hug over to Monk and points to the living room. Then she motions upstairs and sends us all into one room. Lizzie goes upstairs to talk with Massive. From below, we hear them both moving about the house, and when she speaks into the radio, clipped high on her shoulder, we hear muffled words. The copper who was driving is talking to us and into his own radio. So much happening at once makes it hard to understand who is where outside of the room we're all in. Then the second car arrives, an unmarked one with the blue lights hidden in the grille. It's a lot sleeker than the patrol car. Through Unit's living room window, we see Detective Inspector Eels step out, straightening his coat like he's heading into a press conference. He ducks through the gate, taking in the scene as he strides. He has a sort of sneer on his face I seriously distrust. Eels mumbles some DI stuff in the hallway, inspects the ravaged open door. Then he comes into the room to take a look at us. He frowns. Borden? She stands between him and us on the sofa. Sir? He dead-eyes her. Situation report, please? He is moving something from his coat pocket to his trouser pocket. Then his hand emerges holding his mobile phone. He's recording the conversation. 1 deceased, several minors. Possible overdose, possible misadventure, we don't know yet. Eels turns his full attention to us. His gaze lingers. Lingers too long. Well, what do we have here, he says. You lot really are the centre of all the trouble in this town, aren't you? He starts splitting us up. Lizzie takes Twink. Monk gets pulled into the kitchen. Prue stands protectively by Echo. I get stuck in the hallway, still gripping the banister like it's the only thing keeping me upright. Outside, the lights flash red and blue. Inside, everything starts to break apart. Echo's curled up on the couch like her own ghost. Prue sits beside her, hand on her knee, whispering something over and over. I can't hear it. Twink's in the kitchen with Lizzie. I can hear them from here. Their voice still a little reedy from the helium, then all the crying. I hear them asking if Unit had any pets, like they're trying to ground themselves in something normal. Lizzie's kind. She lets them talk. Monk's gone. They've taken him across the hallway with Eels. Closed the door like he's dangerous, like he did something. I can't think straight. I'm worried he'll get worse treatment because of his skin colour. Is that a factor here? Is that me looking to pile new problems on top of our existing one? I can't feel my hands. Can't believe this has happened again. Echo's rocking now. He lived like a murder, but he died just like suicide. It wasn't, she mutters. Prue nods. We know. And it's true. We do. We knew it with David. We know now we knew it with Peachy. But now it's different. Now there's an undeniable pattern. Now we've seen the writing on the wall. 8 miles high? 7 deadly sins, 6-pack, breadcrumbs. So big, they're frickin' croutons at this stage. Sinking in the spilled blood and deception, we're being counted down. And now we know someone wants us to know, hiding it in a way a gang of moshers would believe, and nobody else would listen to. Later. Maybe 10 minutes, maybe an hour. Eels has Prue in the hallway. He's doing his quiet routine, low voice, calm authority, the you can tell me voice. I don't like him. He gives me the creeps. I can't hear him properly, but I can picture his lips. I think you can tell a lot about someone by their lips. His lips lie. I hate it. I watch her eyes as she clocks Peachy's iPod left unattended on the coffee table amongst us. Just sitting there. The one he was playing 8 miles high on when he took his last breath. Scotty had passed it to Unit. Unit had passed it to us the day we all found out about his passing. Prue and I had both touched it. Then Echo gave it back to Unit. She doesn't look at me. She just moves. Slides it into her coat pocket with a smoothness I'd find suspicious if I didn't trust her with my life. I don't say a word. I don't let my eyebrows make a peep either, if you know what I mean. Monk is watching as he comes down the hall. I don't get it. Black Flag? It's not metal. Husker Du and Black Flag! They're strange choices for... He cuts himself off. His eyes flick around the room. Monk sees me slowly blink. He sees Prue. He knows to hush. He doesn't say anything else. That's the thing about us. We know when to speak and when to SteveFU. The house is full of static, the emotional kind. People moving, muttering, clunking closed cupboards they don't need to open. They're grasping, making inquiries. We're still in the living room, waiting to be told what we already know. That Unit's gone. That it doesn't make sense. That it'll be investigated. No one outside the pack has said the word suicide out loud yet. But it's hanging there, right in the middle of the room. Monk leans in, whispers. Unit's phone's still upstairs, on the desk, by the decks. Echo flinches. Do you think the messages came from it? Prue's already shaking her head. I'm 100% they didn't. But we need to check. If there's a sent message, the app, the login, anything. We look at each other. We don't say, this is our one chance. They'll take it into evidence soon, and no one will listen to us. We just know. Twink is the one who gets it started. They drift into the hallway where Lizzie and Eels are planning next steps. They ramp it up immediately. You're the lady who came to my house after David was killed? Kizzy? Tizzy? And your chief inspector Deals? Eels blinks. What? No, Twink keeps going. Do you two do the whole, partner thing? Like good cop, bad cop? Deals. Are you the bad cop? Kizzy, you're clearly the good cop. While Lizzie's trying not to smirk and Eels is trying not to explode, Monk slides out and into the hallway with his phone in one hand, Prue's in the other. I follow. Quiet. Just noise if we need it. Monk reaches the stairs. 30 seconds, he mutters. Don't touch anything else. Echo and Prue ghost up behind him. They slip into Unit's room while the uniform on the landing is checking the bathroom. I watch the hallway. Twink is now asking Eels if he's ever had to arrest a mime. Upstairs, they find the phone exactly where Monk said, on the desk beside the dead turntable and the now silent balloons. The screen's cracked but still alive, not locked. No passcode. Prue scrolls, finds the chat. It's there in its name, Unit's profile picture, Unit's account. And the messages? They're clearly there on Monk's phone when held side by side. Totally not there on Unit's. On Monk's phone? Barbecue at mine. Dad says okay. Few beers. Echo stares at them, then opens the info screen on Unit's handset. No backup set, no forwarded messages, no link to another device. But something's off. The typing tone of voice, the casualness. It doesn't sound like Unit. Echo nods to Prue. She swipes a few screenshots on Monk's device next to Unit's. She returns Unit's phone exactly where it was, just as the uniformed officer who was in the bathroom spots us. What are you all doing up here? Get back downstairs. I make a grief-stricken face and fall into the policeman's arms. While I'm mock-sobbing, I suddenly feel myself truly sobbing. This is so undignified. I hold on to the PC's stab vest and wail. He reluctantly puts an arm around my shoulder. Please, miss, I understand this is very traumatic for you. I try to compose myself, but I opened a door without checking if I could close it again. The tears come in floods. He was my friend, I sob. I'm sorry, is all the policeman can say. Over the policeman's shoulder, I see the others slip back into place. Twink is still monologuing. But what is a reasonable amount of force, though? Monk coughs and taps their arm. Twink, let them do their job, yeah? Twink gives a little bow. I rest my case. Outside, parents start arriving, called in by PC Lizzie Borden to ensure we are all taken care of. As our parents arrive to take us away, Echo adjusts her dress and wipes the tears from the corners of her eyes. We have enough, she says. We need to get to school, get to Mouse. She doesn't need to explain. We're not thieves. We didn't tamper. All we want is some truth. And now we know for sure. The messages came from Unit's account, but not from Unit. Someone lured us here to find him, to make sure we believe that this is a countdown. And now we know we can fight back.